Nobody's gone out there.
Why is he calling for a curveball? I want to bring heat. Shake him off. Throw what you want.
God damn it. Time out. Hey! Why are you shaking me off? Huh?
I want to bring the heater to announce my presence with authority.
To announce your what?
Announce my presence with authority.
To announce your fucking presence with authority? This guy's a first ball, fastball hitter. He's looking for heat.
Oh, yeah? So what? He ain't seen my heat.
All right, me. Give him your heat.
Why is he always calling me meat? I'm the guy driving a Porsche.
Fastball.
Come on, Duke. Slow down, boy. Slow down. Take your time.
Home run for Bert Brooks of the Fayetteville Generals.
What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing standing here? I give you a gift. You stand here, show up my pitcher. Run, dummy! Give me the ball. Well, he really hit the shit out of that one, didn't he?
Held it like an egg.
Yeah, and he scrambled the son of a bitch. Look at that. He hit the fucking bull. Guy gets a free steak. You having fun yet?
Oh, yeah. I'm having a blast. Thanks.
Good.
God, the sucker teed off in that like he knew I was going to throw a fastball.
He did know.
How?
I told him.
I have been desperately seeking a podcast that covers the sports movies that I love. You know,
Some people like the sound of their own voice, you know.
That is one of the maybe 5 movies ever that even to this day, when I watch it, makes me tear up. Tugs at my feels.
What am I getting myself into?
Exactly. I'm going to make a serious argument that Little Big League belongs in the discussion for top 3 baseball movies of all time.
You're going to make me watch it again.
Yes.
Did you say the title of the show?
I made Alicia watch a sports movie. Welcome back to I Made Alicia Watch a Sports Movie. I'm here with Alicia.
Hi,
I'm
guys.
Matt. All right, Alicia, what did I make you watch this week?
Bull Durham.
Bull Durham, the first movie in the Kevin Costner Holy Trinity of baseball movies.
Yep.
Featuring Bull Durham, Field of Dreams, and For Love of the Game.
Yep.
So Field of Dreams will be next.
Yes.
Quite arguably the best baseball movie ever made.
I do like that movie.
I may or may not like For Love of the Game even more than that one.
Really?
Really. We'll get to that when we get there.
Okay.
Let's see. So, we're here to talk about Bull Durham. This one's older than you.
It is, by 2 years.
Made in 1988.
Yep.
So, it's got some oldie-timey names in it. As far as actors and actresses goes.
Yes. I know 2 characters, or 2 actors in this movie.
You do.
Yeah. Sarah Sarandon.
Susan Sarandon.
Susan Sarandon. I always say Sarah. Susan Sarandon. And Kevin Costner. That's it.
You know Tim Robbins?
Who?
Tim Robbins. Plays Nuke LaLoosh.
Do I?
Yeah. Also goes by the name of Andy Dufresne.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I know Andy Dufresne.
Or, you know, the best star in Top Gun. He's in Top Gun. He had, like, 1 line, maybe.
Okay.
Might have even been quiet in just a scene. I don't remember.
Okay.
All right, we'll get to it.
Okay.
We'll get to the cast. All right, first up, I want to get your rating of this movie out of 5. How many montages? Do what you want, I don't care.
3.5.
3.5. Alicia gives it 3.5. So here's where I'm torn.
Okay.
Because I am somewhere between a 3.5 and a 4.
Yes.
And I don't know if I'm high enough inside that little space to go to 4.
Well, if you're questioning it, then don't do it.
So I probably also have to go 3.5.
Okay.
Giving it an average of 3.5. I will let you know that one of our listeners has already weighed in with his review of Bull Durham.
Oh, did he?
Had never seen it before. Was not impressed.
No.
And gave it a big, hot, steamy 1 out of 5. And the only reason it got a 1 is because of Susan Sarandon. No, the other girl's boob. Millie's boob.
Really?
Yep. That's it.
Really?
Yep.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep. 1 star.
That's such a guy comment. I'll only give it some kind of star because I saw some chick's nipples. Whatever.
We never saw Millie's nipples.
No, you saw the under boob.
Yes.
Whatever, dude.
But yeah, so
I will admit though, that is sexy.
I will admit both of the women in this movie are sexy as hell. Millie and Annie.
Yes.
100%. All right, so let's get on to the cast and the crew. Mm-hmm. Director of this fine film was Ron Shelton.
Excuse me.
Who has already appeared on this podcast. Can you name that movie?
I cannot.
I bet you can. Just think of who stars in this movie.
Kevin Costner.
Okay.
It's the golf one.
It's the golf one.
Tin Cup.
Tin Cup. Yes, indeed. He's already been on the show for Tin Cup.
I just had to think about it.
Yep. He'll also be back on the show for an additional 2 movies.
Oh, is it the next 2?
Nope.
No.
Not involved in those 2 at all. Cobb. The movie about Ty Cobb.
Okay.
And also White Men Can't Jump.
Okay.
Starring Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson. And
Okay.
Rosie Perez.
Okay.
So he'll be back on for those two movies as well.
Okay.
Let's get into the starring cast. I've only got 4 of them down.
Okay.
Because that's really all you need, I think.
Okay.
So, starting us off as Crash Davis is Kevin Costner.
Yep.
How did Kevin do in this movie? You've now seen a couple of Kevin Costner sports movies.
He's very laid back in this one compared to Tin Cup.
Yeah.
Like, he's not as funny as he was in Tin Cup.
Okay.
Like, he did have some good one-liners. And apparently he's really good at speeches.
Oh, the Kevin Costner speeches.
Yeah.
Yes, particularly good in this one.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to play it.
Yeah.
All right. So, yep, Kevin Costner's here. I agree. Right, it's the same dynamic in this movie as that one.
Mm-hmm.
Girl has chosen other guy.
Yeah.
Kevin Costner wants said girl. In the first movie, he chases her relentlessly. In this one, he plays it aloof.
Yes.
And result is the same in both.
Yes.
So, I guess either way works. But maybe only if you're Kevin Costner.
There's no one way to get a girl, guys.
All right, next up is the always lovely Susan Sarandon as Annie Savoy.
Yes, love the red hair.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. So Annie is a baseball groupie.
Absolutely,
one would say. Who fucks around with one of the local players every season.
But just one.
But only one. She's monogamous during the baseball season.
Yes.
Which is interesting. She worships at the Church of Baseball. Mm-hmm. Which is interesting, and she literally has one.
Yeah, and she's also got a, oh my god, what's the word for it? Like a baseball altar in her house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Church of Baseball right inside her house.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Next up, the best cast member of Top Gun, Tim Robbins, as Ebby Calvin Nuke Lelouch. Ebby Calvin Nuke Lelouch.
No, he's meat.
Or meat, if you prefer. All the pictures are meat.
Yeah.
So Tim Robbins, everybody knows Tim Robbins. Shawshank Redemption. Andy Dufresne is in Top Gun.
Yep.
As a nobody.
He was in Shawshank?
Yeah, he played Andy Dufresne.
How did I not catch that?
Because that's like 10 years later.
Okay.
So this is one of his first big roles.
Okay.
Hair color's different.
It's probably I didn't even notice.
Yeah, it's Tim Robbins.
Yeah.
Yep.
Andy Dufresne. Okay, now I get it.
Yeah. How do you think he did? Seeing him as a different role than you normally see Tim Robbins as.
He did very well as Nuke.
As just a wandering douchebag.
Yes, he was very convincing. And I think my favorite scene with him was when he was tied to the bed listening to the poetry.
Oh my god.
In the morning after.
So funny. Oh my god, yes.
Because he kind of deserved it.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Yeah, that was pretty funny. We'll get into Annie's weird sleeping rituals.
Yes.
When we get into the movie. And the other one I wanted to bring up, just because he will be on the show again in other movies, was Robert Wuhl as the assistant manager guy. Pretty funny guy.
Yes. The one
Larry.
who says, breathe out of your eyeballs.
Yeah. Larry. Mm-hmm. Who will be back on the show in the movies Cobb.
Okay.
And Blue Chips.
Poker.
No.
Okay.
College basketball.
Okay.
Starring Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaquille? Shaquille?
I just remember the commercials back in the day for Caramellos.
Okay.
I was like, is it caramel? And there was like Shaq and Justin Long. And I was like, is it Justin Long would be like, it's caramel, and Shaq would be like, it's caramel. And then then Shaq would be like, it doesn't matter how you pronounce it. And he goes, okay, whatever you say, Shaquille.
Yes, I remember those commercials. I remember those commercials. Yep. It is caramel, though.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Why isn't it caramel? Caramel.
Huh?
Why can't it be caramel?
It's caramel.
Why can't it be caramel?
Because that's not how
There's no E after the AR to make it air, like as in care.
Caramel.
Right, there's no E right after that R to make it care. CAR gives you car. CARE
English language
gives you
is
care.
so fucked up.
I'm just saying there's no E there to make it care. There's just CAR, which makes it car. Caramel. You can look at me like that with the evil eyes all you want. I'm not incorrect.
Because you're the English major, so you're right?
There is it spelled CARE as in care?
It is spelled CARA.
As in
Caramel.
car.
It's caramel.
When I give you CAR, how do you pronounce it?
Car.
When I give you CARE, how do you pronounce it?
Care.
When I give you the name CARA, how
Cara.
do you Cara.
Caramel.
Caramel. No. Cara.
Caramel.
Cara.
No, I went to school with a girl named Kara, and that was how it was spelled.
I went to school with a girl named Cara. I went to school with a girl named Cara.
I went to school with a girl named Kara.
Fuck you, English language. Fuck you right in the face.
You know the English language is fucked up, so you just like fighting it with me.
I just like the commercials back in the day. Whatever you say,
All right.
whatever you say, Shaquille.
We digress.
All right. All right, so that is all the people who are important to Bull Durham.
Yes.
I just want to say I love this movie. Even though I only gave it 3.5 stars, I still love this movie. I'll watch it whenever possible.
Right.
Because I love all things baseball. Mm-hmm. And this movie I think is just hilarious. I love minor league baseball. I grew up going to games.
Right.
Like at a stadium and with a team very much like the Durham Bulls.
Right.
In Oneonta, the Oneonta Yankees. So, for me, that's fun. That's baseball at its finest.
We don't have the Oneonta Yankees anymore.
We don't. They were gone a long time ago. They were replaced by the Oneonta Tigers. And who the fuck in New York wants to see a Tigers farm system team?
Yeah, no.
Nobody. You want to see the Yankees. But nobody with them to Staten Island. Mm-hmm. Fuck you.
No, now the only thing we got up here is the Rumble Ponies.
Yeah, the Binghamton Rumble Ponies. Rumble Ponies.
I kind of miss the B-Mets.
I mean, they're still the same farm system.
I know, but they're the Rumble. I like Rumble Ponies over, the other options they had. So.
This is like the fucking eager beavers or some shit.
Something about, there was turkeys and I can't remember.
That's right, the Gobblers.
Yeah, the Gobblers, yeah.
The fuck was that? All right. Shall we get into it?
Yes, we shall.
You look bored.
I'm okay.
It'll be a bad recording if you're bored.
I'm okay.
All right. So we start off on apparently opening day or sometime around there.
It's Nuke's first day is
right,
what it is.
I think it's opening day in Durham.
Yes.
They've played 3 games before, probably on the road. So this is their first home series.
Right.
So this is opening day for their park.
And there's somebody weird and old dancing on the pitcher's mound.
So that is the actual, in reality, Clown Prince of Baseball.
Clown Prince of Baseball.
Yes.
Now explain this guy to me.
You don't need me to. You saw. That's legitimately what he did at minor league ballparks.
All over the place.
Yeah.
He's just an old guy who just danced for the hell of it.
Yeah. To entertain the crowd.
Okay.
Yep. You don't need me to explain it. You saw him.
Yes, I did.
There's the actual guy doing his actual thing.
That was the real guy.
There's a real guy doing the real thing.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Why not? People get paid to do weirder things, so why not?
Hey, it's minor league baseball. All right, they serve hamburgers on donuts.
They don't even do that for the Yankees.
They do it at minor league parks all over the place.
I would get one.
Take a glazed donut, slice it in half, put a burger on it, fry up the outsides a little bit. Actually, the insides a little bit. Try to make them the outsides. Mm-hmm. Yep.
They don't do that at the Rumble Ponies.
No, they don't, unfortunately.
They have really good hot dogs, though.
Yeah, you ate 6 of them in one game.
I did.
By the 4th inning.
They were free. Work paid for me to go.
Fair. All right, so this is where we get Annie's The Church of Baseball speech, which is like a 27-hour diatribe about all the different religions that she's tried. And
it's
it
at
always
least
comes back
27 minutes. And it's still way too long.
But I remember when I found out that there were 168 stitches on a baseball and 188 beads on a rosary.
So I decided to give Jesus a chance.
Yep.
And that didn't work out.
Didn't work out for her.
Nope.
So she's beyond Jesus. She's
tried she's tried Vishnu and Buddha and all these other gods. But
always comes back to baseball.
Always comes back to baseball.
And she's getting dressed and heading off for the park.
Yes.
To watch the first game.
Yes.
Meanwhile, we have one of my favorite songs playing. Do you remember what the song was?
Nope.
Rock Around the Clock?
Okay. That's an oldie.
Yes, it is. But a goodie.
Yes.
And then we sort of meet Annie's partner in crime, young blonde Millie. Who is interviewing the new pitcher for the Durham Bulls.
Nuke.
Ebby Calvin, not yet quite known as Nuke Lelouch.
Yeah.
She's interviewing his penis.
Yes, because it's his first game, and everyone is out except in the dugout except for Nuke.
Yes. So
Larry goes in to find him.
Yep.
And finds him balls deep.
Yes.
And Millie. Literally.
Literally balls and bat deep.
Yep.
In Millie. He gets yelled at.
Yes.
But then Millie comes to his defense because her daddy donated the money for the new scoreboard.
Yep.
So the coach can't call her a slut or whatever he calls her.
Yeah.
And then he tells her your daddy can take the scoreboard back because we don't score any runs, so we don't need the damn thing. Yeah. Which is hilarious. It kind of sets you up for the kind of team that the Durham Bulls are.
Yeah.
Apparently not that great.
No.
So that's always fun.
Yeah.
At this point, Nuke's biggest concern appears to be not an STD, but whether or not he needs a nickname.
Yeah.
And, of course, Millie has already come up with one that she thinks would work good. Do you remember?
No.
Pokey.
Oh, yeah.
As he's doing the pokey with her. She thinks that he should be called Pokey.
Whatever. Yeah. Absolutely not.
But he finds out he has 3 minutes of game time, so he says, well, we got time for one more round.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
For your second time around, 3 minutes, that's real quick.
Yeah.
For your second time.
Whatever.
But anyway, he does make it out in time to start the game. Doesn't give time to do any warm-ups, though.
No.
So his pitching might be a little erratic, as indicated by his first pitch, which goes where?
Over... And it goes over and through the, what are they? The people that are commentating, right?
The broadcast booth.
Yeah.
Goes all the way up the upper deck to the broadcast booth.
Yeah.
That's his first pitch.
Yes. So Millie is recording the speed, and he's got good speed.
95 miles an hour.
But, as they said, he can't control it. It just goes wherever because he can't control where it goes off his fingers.
Yeah, as Millie puts it, his pitching and his fucking are basically the same.
Yeah.
All over the place.
Yes. Because, so what are Millie and Annie doing here at the game?
Scouting.
Scouting for who? Because they just do
Probably for themselves.
Okay.
Yeah. I think they're scouting more for Annie.
Okay.
Who's worthy of Annie's sweet, sweet pussy, apparently, was what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Annie likes to watch how they play and then pass notes along to the player and say, this is what you need to do to fix your game.
Yep. She's smart. I mean, she nails it as far as the baseball goes.
Yes.
And as far as the players go.
Yes.
No pun intended.
I think that's everybody. She picks one player every year.
Yep. Don't know who's going to be yet this year.
Nope.
But she's got her eye on Mr. Lelouch.
Yes.
Which is creepy because her best friend and protege just fucked him 3 minutes before.
Yes.
So that's a little creepy.
Yes.
So I wonder, okay, so you know how like kings have like a food tester?
Yeah.
Is Millie Annie's dick tester?
You know, I kind of want to say yes, only because Annie has said that the way they make love is very similar to the way they play baseball. So Millie tests out the fucking,
Annie tests out the baseball and sees how they're compatible.
Right, but I'm going to have to say no because Millie continues to do her thing throughout the season. Till she,
right, but that's because she can no longer fuck Nuke because he's not with Annie.
Right.
So is she literally Annie's cock tester?
No, I think she's just a whore.
Well, granted, yes. There's no doubt about that.
Right.
She's not a whore. She's a slut. She doesn't get paid for it.
That's true.
She's just a slut, which is, who cares? When you want to be a slut, who cares?
Right.
More power fucking to you.
Yeah.
But it just seems to, right, because, like, Annie has no problem with the fact that she just banged Nuke and that she's got her eye on Nuke now.
Right.
So I wonder if we go back a season before, if Millie tested out the dicks on the team to tell Annie which one was best for for the season.
I don't think that's how it went, but
Okay. I mean, I guess we'll never know.
right.
We'll have to call up Ron Shelton and ask him if Millie is Annie's dick tester.
At this point, he probably might not even know what the hell you're talking about.
No, he'll know. I'm sure he will. I'll hit him up on the Twitters.
Yeah, you do that.
All right. After the game, we find out that Nuke set 2 records.
He set multiple records.
Yep, 2 league records during the game.
Yep.
One for
18 walks.
18 walks, most walks ever in a game.
Yep.
And also
For 18 strikes.
strikeouts.
Yes, strikeouts.
Most ever in a game.
Yes.
Which is literally the worst thing you can do as a pitcher.
Which means,
Because he has dominating stuff, but absolutely no control.
yes. Mm-hmm.
Yep. So that's rough.
Yep.
That is bad news as a pitcher.
Yes.
All right. And then also after the game, we get a new player coming in.
Yes.
Kevin Costner arrives.
Yep.
He has been
Demoted.
bought out from AAA, the
Yep.
team that he was playing with before. His contract was bought out by whatever organization.
Runs the Bulls.
The Bull Durhams, the Durham Bulls,
Yep.
which I want to say is the Yankees, but I could be wrong.
Okay.
Either way,
So if someone buys out your contract, you have no choice but to go where they send you, right?
yes, because now you belong to a new organization.
Can you fight it?
Well, yeah, he was going to leave. Remember, he was going to quit.
Yeah.
You're-
Okay.
You're not you as a player that's been there as long as he has. He would have like a I'm leaving clause, because you see that the team also cancels contracts all the time when they
Right.
fire the players, like they do to spoilers to Crash at the end of the movie.
Right.
So Crash arrives. He's gone from AAA, which is
Below the
nice,
majors.
right one step below the majors. It's a nice place to be.
Mm-hmm.
You get the good accommodations, you get the good travel. But now he's back down to single A, as he calls it, the bus leagues,
Yeah.
because you don't fly to your games.
You ride a bus.
You take a bus. So he is not happy
No.
at all, and threatens to quit.
Yeah, as soon as he gets there.
Especially when he finds out that the only reason he's there and that he's back into single A is because they want him to basically
Train one of their players for them.
they want him to drag Lelouch around by his dick and make sure he does okay.
Yeah.
Is basically
Why isn't there someone there to train him?
well that's
before
what that's what
Crash?
Crash's job is, because
Right.
he's a seasoned catcher with years of experience in the minors and in the majors.
He was only in the majors for 21 days.
One time for 21 days. That was his longest stretch.
Oh, okay.
He's been in, I assume he's been in the majors more times than that, but that was his longest stint. Was
Oh,
21
okay.
days. So he's got a lot of experience as a catcher. It means he's got a lot of experience working with pitchers. So that's who you bring to train somebody like Lelouch.
Okay. I thought there was like a specific coach that worked with them on their training.
Well, they've got a pitching coach as well, yes.
But it's not Crash.
Right. So Crash gets the gig.
Not happy about it, but
No, but according to the coach, it beats working at Sears.
yeah. Which isn't even a thing anymore. You can't even work at Sears
Well,
anymore.
these days, right now, you literally can't work anywhere.
Right, but like Sears isn't even a thing anymore.
Well, it is.
Not
Just
around
not,
here.
Not in our mall, it's not.
They've removed all our local Sears.
Yes. All of our Sears and all of our Kmart's
Everything's
are
just
gone.
online, I think, at this point for
Yeah.
Sears.
All of our no, some places are still Sears stores. But for here, if you want something Sears, it's only online, yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing with Kmart. Also gone. But yeah, so he decides, fuck it, I'll play. Might as well. I get paid to, yell at kids and
Yep.
hit home runs. So might as well keep doing that.
Yes.
The next scene we're going to go to is
The bar.
The bar after the ball game that night. Little
Yes.
late night celebration.
Yep.
All right, yeah. So after the game, we go to the bar.
Yes.
Naturally. Where else?
Yeah.
Where else would you go?
I have no idea. I
Exactly.
think we went to the bar after we went to baseball games a couple times.
A couple times. Yeah. So where else would you go with the bar?
Exactly.
First thing we're treated to is Millie scoping out some new guys.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I think one of them is Jose.
Which one's Jose?
The Hispanic guy.
Oh, yeah, the one who blesses his... Yeah.
Bat with chicken bones.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. He has a girlfriend.
Yes. No, he says I'm married. No, that's later.
That's not him. That's someone else later.
Yeah, that's later. That's right. Yeah. Annie is hanging out with the clown prince of baseball.
Oh, is that who that is?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't recognize him in the suit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's him.
Okay.
And then Crash endears himself by buying them a round of drinks and gets invited over.
Yep.
And comes over to sit with them. And then...
And Annie had no idea who it was, but...
Yeah, the other guy does.
Yeah.
He knows who Crash is.
Yep.
And then we get Nuke, who is... Okay. We need to discuss Nuke's outfit here.
The paisley shirt.
So he's got on a paisley silk shirt.
White pants.
And a full-on white suit like he's in Miami Vice.
Yes. I think his jacket was actually a different color.
No, it's white.
Okay.
I remember very, very, very clearly.
Okay.
Basically all white.
Okay.
Except for the shirt. He looks like an ass.
Well, he is an ass.
And he's dancing with all the girls.
All the girls, yes.
Because apparently he's hot shit, even though he just walked 18 guys and lost a game.
Yeah.
Apparently that still makes him hot shit. But I guess in a town of like 10 people, that would make you hot shit.
As long as you've got the title, who cares?
Right. And Nuke comes over and wants to dance with Annie.
Yes.
After Crash Davis refused to dance with Annie.
Yes.
And Kevin Costner gets up into Nuke's face and says, basically, she's with me.
Yeah.
Which she's not.
No. This is a my dick's bigger than yours contest right now.
Serious dick measuring contest here.
Now, at this point, does Crash realize this is the guy he's got to train?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
He knows exactly who it is. You'll know because remember the scene where they go outside right after this.
That's right.
So, being gentlemen, they take it out to the back alley to solve their problems.
Yeah, because fist fighting over a girl is how you handle things.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. Why not? They got the...
I've personally never seen it done, and I'm pretty sure in my entire lifetime that I've, known about this kind of stuff, it's been illegal to fight. You're not allowed to throw a punch anymore.
Everything's illegal these days. Everything's illegal. But anyway, so the two of them go out back.
Yep.
Along with a bunch of other team players.
Yeah, and women.
Yep, and the groupies.
Yep, and Nuke says, I don't punch first, even though he's the one who wants to fight.
Kevin Costner gives him a free shot.
Yep.
But Nuke won't take it, because Crash is old.
Yeah.
So Crash says, okay, fine, throws him a baseball and tells him, then go ahead, hit me with this right in the chest.
Mm-hmm.
And...
Nuke knows better.
He doesn't, though. He's like, I'll kill you.
Oh, yeah.
He's overconfident.
He's not like, oh, I'm going to miss. He's like, I'm actually going to hurt you.
Yeah.
That's right.
And Kevin Costner and Crash is like, you're thinking about it. You're not even going to hit me.
Yeah. You're going to miss.
Yep. And so that further pisses off Nuke and gets him really steamed. So he decides to go ahead for it.
The team's edging him on.
Yep.
Go for it. Go for it.
Because none of them know who Crash is.
Yeah.
And so Nuke goes for it.
Yeah.
And what does he do?
Misses by a mile. He throws it way over his shoulder and smashes the window out of the door for the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To which...
And Crash doesn't even flinch.
Nope. Because he knew he was going to miss.
Yeah.
He knows exactly how he pitches. And then he just walks up to him and punches him in the face with a nice left cross and knocks him into a pile of boxes. Mm-hmm. And then picks him up.
And says, I'm your new training coach.
I'm your new catcher.
Yep.
That was lesson number 1.
Yeah.
And then so Nuke gets up and he's like, it's my new catcher.
Yeah.
Just trying to play it off all cool and shit. It's my new catcher.
Yeah.
So they head back inside.
Yeah. Cool as ice now.
Yep. And Annie decides she's going to take both of them home.
Yeah. Don't that sound exciting?
Well, she's got to interview him to see which one she wants. They're gonna cross. Don't cross the streams. Don't cross the streams. So we head to Annie's house. Mm-hmm. Okay, now Annie's house isn't quite as scary as the girl from Dodgeball. No. But the shrine to baseball is a little weird.
Oh, Annie's weird.
I'm a huge baseball fan.
Yeah.
I do not have a shrine to baseball. I have enough stuff that if I put it together, probably could make a shrine to baseball.
But you won't.
But I don't. I'm not allowed to. Not allowed to have a shrine to baseball.
No. No shrine is allowed in the house.
So, basically, Annie has brought them here to
interview them.
Yeah, to find out which one she wants.
Yeah. Now, I have to ask, has this ever happened to you?
No.
Has a girl ever brought you and someone else home, another guy home, to see who she wanted?
Another guy?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Have me and other girlfriends brought other girls home? Yes.
Typical.
Never with another guy, though. No. Never had a girl be like, okay, now you're both coming home because I need to figure out which one I want. That has never happened in the history of ever, I don't think.
I've never done it.
Yes, never happened to me.
I've never brought two guys home.
I mean, I'm sure plenty of women have brought multiple guys home. No doubt about it. More power to them.
Yeah, exactly.
But Kevin Costner doesn't really seem to be into it.
No.
Because he, like Annie, is an intelligent person.
Annie is a very intelligent. She's an adjunct professor, isn't she?
Yes. So she teaches college courses at the local community college.
She has a huge house for a college professor.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and talk about this house, because
So this is a Victorian-style mini mansion. It has the circular tower wannabe thing. It's got the steep roofs. It's got the sconces all the way around the gutters. It's got the wraparound porch. It's a gorgeous house. This is a house I would dream to be in.
Right.
And there's no way an adjunct professor can afford this on her salary at that time.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. The size of this house
it has a decent plot of land. It doesn't look like she has any eminent neighbors. I mean, across the street, yes, but like right next to her is not a thing. From some of the shots we get. So
yeah, like the only thing I can think of is that like she was married to a millionaire and he died.
Yeah.
And that's how she got this house.
Yeah.
Because there's no possible way that she has this house.
Right. What are you looking for?
I want to find... Okay. Here we go. So I have the text of Kevin. You all know from previous episodes, I love Kevin Costner monologues.
Yes.
Like the golf swing by Will McAvoy.
Yes.
This is Life by Crash Davis.
Yeah, so...
As he's leaving...
Yep, because he decides he doesn't want to be interviewed, so he's not going to fight for this.
Right. So he tells her, look, whatever nonsense you believe. She's like, well, at least I believe something. And he's like, I don't believe in quantum... Okay, so he tells her, I don't believe in quantum physics when it comes to matters of the heart.
Yes. Because she said it was all physics.
It was all quantum physics and little particles and all that good stuff. And so she says, what do you believe in then? And this is his answer. And apparently this is enough to really stoke her fires.
Yeah.
From the look that she gives and the...
It's like, oh my.
Afterwards. the way better than a George Takei oh my.
Yeah.
That she gives. Well... I believe in the soul, the cock, the pussy, the small of a woman's back, the hanging curveball, high fiber, good scotch. I'm with him on most of this so far.
Yeah.
That the novels of Susan Sontag are self-indulgent, overrated crap. I don't know who Susan Sontag is.
I have no idea.
I believe Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone. I believe there ought to be a constitutional amendment outlawing AstroTurf and the designated hitter. Kind of agree.
Okay.
I believe in the sweet spot, softcore pornography, opening your presents Christmas morning rather than Christmas Eve, and I believe in long, slow, deep, soft, wet kisses that last 3 days. Good night. And then he's gone.
Yep.
So that is life lesson number 1.
Yes.
From Crash Davis.
Yeah.
Life lessons with Crash Davis. She's rather impressed, but he tells her, I'm not interested in any woman who's interested in that boy.
Yes.
And just leaves. Mm-hmm. Which leaves Nuke and Annie alone.
Yep. And Nuke's excited. Annie's flabbergasted.
Yes. And like, I've chosen poorly.
Yeah. But she has to stick with what she's got now. Otherwise, she's celibate for the season, and that's not gonna happen to Annie.
She can't have that. So she heads on back to Nuke, who, when she walks back from the door, he's already getting naked.
Yeah. What a child.
Seriously. And she's like, slow down. I want to watch.
Yeah. He's like, watch what? Let's just get down and dirty.
And he's trying to get his pants off before he takes his shoes off.
Now, I'll say from experience, the only people that do that are in nursing homes, and they're too unstable to stand.
Right.
So
if you're a normal person, you take your shoes off, and then you take your pants off.
Yep. Unless you're just going to fuck with your pants around your
Unless you got tiny-ass feet.
That too. I used to be able to slide my feet through my pants like that.
I can't do that. My clown shoes are a bit too large for that.
You have size 16 feet, honey.
Yeah. So that doesn't work for me.
No.
But he's gonna... So he's gonna... But he's like, well, I'm gonna leave my socks on. Like, I ain't fucking with my socks off. He's like, the floor's cold. And she's like, honey, do you think Doc Gooden fucks with his socks on?
Who?
So Dwight Doc Gooden was a pitcher.
Okay.
For the Mets and the Yankees.
All right.
Back in the day. Very good pitcher.
Okay.
Got into some trouble at points in his career. But very good pitcher.
Okay.
So that's who that was. There's several pitchers that she brings up in this movie.
Okay.
Also,
none of them mean anything
also
to me.
Fernando Valenzuela.
Okay. Yes, I do remember hearing that one.
Yep. So, she decides, hey, how about this? Let me tie you up, big boy.
Yeah.
So he's ridiculously excited.
Yeah, all for it.
Yep. So she ties him up to the bed. And then what does she do now that she has him at her mercy?
She pulls out a poetry book.
By who?
Oh.
One of the greatest American poets ever.
I don't remember.
Robert Frost.
And starts citing to him.
And starts reading poetry to him.
Yes.
Which is kind of funny.
Yes, I laughed my ass off.
Yeah.
At this scene. He looks annoyed and frustrated and ready to leave.
Yep.
But he can't go anywhere because the boy's chained to the bed.
Yeah, because he's tied down.
Yeah.
So then we leave him and we get to the next day's game. First thing we're in the pregame in the locker room.
There's a massage therapist there rubbing people down.
There's the church boy Jimmy, who leads a small prayer group every afternoon before their games.
Yep.
All are welcome.
Yes.
Everybody's like, "You fuck yourself."
Yeah.
Because whatever. No.
He's the extreme religious.
Yeah, he's a very religious boy.
Yes.
Doesn't seem like a bad guy. Doesn't seem like he takes his religion badly. It seems like he's
just a very simple.
Just very religious.
Yes.
Nuke comes stumbling in.
He looks like he's got a bit of a hangover, which he probably does.
Been up all night, not rested at all.
Yeah. So he lays down on the massage therapist table.
Yep. And tells everybody, look, I'm not that tired from getting laid. I'm that tired because she read poetry to me all night long, and honestly, it's probably more tiring. And then...
I'm surprised he continues to go back at that point.
Hey, why not? Give it a shot. He ended up mostly naked, so, it's a positive.
Yeah.
Step in the right direction.
Yeah.
So, Crash decides to give him another life lesson. Mm-hmm. And that is about fungus on his shower shoes.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
I've never heard flip-flops called shower shoes.
Maybe they couldn't use the term flip-flops.
I don't know.
But
either way, they're his flip-flops and they've got fungus on them. And they do. They're nasty.
If you wear them in the shower, then yeah, they're going to grow fungus.
Right. And he tells him, look, you're just some douchebag right now.
Yeah.
You can't have fungus on your shower shoes.
Yeah.
Get to the show and you win like 20 games and then you can do whatever you want with your shower shoes.
Yeah.
But for right now, not going to happen.
You have to be clean.
Yep. So, after that, we get to the actual game. And we only actually see one play in this whole game.
Yes.
And that is crash at bat one time.
Yes.
In his own head.
Yes.
And it's not going well.
No, he keeps thinking about Annie.
Yeah. This scene is hilarious to me. Because, like, you get inside of his head while he's at bat. And you get the things that you think you would see, like trying to figure out what pitch is coming next.
Yeah.
I've already seen this pitch and that pitch, so I know which one's coming now, and I know where it's going to be, so I've got your number. And all of a sudden, his mind wanders to Annie, and he's like, get out of the butt. Get out of the butt. Time.
Yeah. Well, the human brain can only focus on one thing for 7 minutes at a time before it starts to wander.
Yeah.
So.
But anyway, so he strikes out.
Yes.
Annie sends down a note.
Yeah.
Letting him know that he is...
Not turning his hips.
His hips are clearing too much.
Yeah.
He's turning his hips too much.
Oh, okay.
Pulling them out.
Gotcha.
So he sends a response back and tells the kid that carries the notes, this one's kind of personal, don't read it.
Yeah.
So he sends it back over to Annie, and Annie has Millie read it to her.
Yeah. I want to make sweet, sweet love to you.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so they're going to meet at the batting cages the next day. Yes. Because Annie's offered to help him with it. So now you've got a guy who has played Major League Baseball.
Yes.
Who this woman is like, I'm going to show you how to properly swing.
Yeah. Yeah. I think he's just kind of going for it so he can spend time with us.
Absolutely.
Because he knows what he's doing.
Absolutely. Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
And his problem here is the same as when he had the shanks in Tin Cup.
He was thinking too much.
It's all about the girl. Thinking too much about the girl is causing the problem in his swing.
Yes.
In both golf and baseball.
The opposite sex is confusing. And it destroys focus. And I will attest to that.
Indeed it does. Indeed it does. So they do go to the batting cage. And it's kind of standard. They have a ton of sexual tension between the two of them.
Yes.
They both want to bang.
Yeah, but Annie says, I'm monogamous during the season.
Yep, can't do it.
Nope.
Just can't do it. But we kind of think, okay, we're led to believe next, in our next scene, that maybe she broke her own rules.
Except she didn't.
So we're straight to some fucking in Annie's bed.
Yeah.
With the covers pulled all the way up. And she says,
Crash, that was amazing.
Oh, Crash, that was amazing. But then we hear Nuke say, Crash?
Yeah.
You mean Nuke? And she's like, oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Don't mind anything a woman says in the throes of passion. Except, here's the thing.
She told the truth.
Yeah. Sex speak is like drunk speak.
It's true.
It's true.
It's unfiltered.
Yes.
She covers quickly, though.
Yeah, because he's dumb and ignorant.
So she says, would you rather I be here screwing you and saying his name, or screwing him and saying your name?
Yeah.
First of all, were she screwing Crash, she wouldn't be saying Nuke.
No, she'd be saying Crash.
Right. But, of course, he buys it because he's a kid.
Yeah. He's like 19.
Yeah, he's an absolute kid. This is he's like fresh out of college.
Yeah.
Or even high school, so, yeah. Most likely college. So then we head to the next game. All right, so we are back at the ballpark.
Yes.
First of all, we've got Jose blessing his bat with what looks to be a chicken's foot attached to a rosary.
Yes. And I think there's some feathers there, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an odd comment. I will freely admit, I don't know much about voodoo.
But I don't think a rosary is ever used in voodoo.
Apparently it is. I don't know much about it, but I mean, honestly, it wouldn't shock me if a rosary were used in voodoo.
Yeah. So they're like all sitting next to the fence, and Millie's going down saying hi to a bunch of them. And Millie goes up to one and says, "Hi, I'm Millie." And he shakes her hand and says, "Hi, I'm married."
Yep.
So she moves on.
Yep. Young Jimmy wants his bat blessed.
Yes, he does.
By Jose.
Yep.
But Jose refuses to do it.
Yep.
So Jimmy just, while Jose is talking to Millie, grabs it and rubs his bat across the chicken bone.
Yeah. Doesn't work like that. It has to be voluntarily given.
Yep. So
you can't take voodoo. That's not how it works.
So then we get to the game.
Yes.
And Nuke is trying to strike everybody out. He's trying to pitch too carefully.
Yes.
He wants the strikeouts. He doesn't want
the walks,
ground balls and the fly balls. So Crash gets pissed.
Yeah.
Comes out and tells him that strikeouts are fascist. Throw some ground balls and some fly balls and get your teammates involved in the game.
Yeah.
And then tells him, "Don't shake me off. Let me call the game."
So what's he do? He shakes him off.
Yeah. First pitch after he comes out and tells him that, Nuke shakes him off.
Yep. So he tries again and he shakes him off again.
So Crash makes another visit to the mound.
Yep.
To no avail. So he decides, he tells Nuke, "Listen, this guy's a first ball, fastball hitter. Throw him a curveball, you'll fool him, you'll get a strike on him."
Yeah.
But Nuke wants to challenge him with his heat. Tells him, "This guy can't hit my heat."
Yeah, okay.
So Crash is like, "Okay, give him the heat."
Yeah.
So then Crash heads back to the home plate.
And tells the guy what he's gonna throw.
Tells the batter, here comes the heat."
Yep.
So the batter's like, "Okay, here we go."
Yep.
So Nuke throws the heat.
Home run.
Home run.
He hits the bull.
He hits the bull, gets a free steak.
Yep.
And it's hilarious because then Crash grabs the ball from the umpire and walks out to the pitcher's mound and he's like, "Man, he hit the fucking shit out of that one."
Nuke's like, "You told him."
No, this one, Nuke's
that's
like,
right.
It's almost like he knew what was coming.
Yeah.
And Crash is like, "He did. I told him."
Yeah. Next time you're gonna fucking listen to me.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, it's so good. Later on, we get a home run from Crash.
Yep.
But that's like the only bright spot of the game because they ended up like losing like 17-3.
To 2.
17-2, whatever it was. Yeah, they get their asses kicked.
Yeah.
So there's a team meeting in the locker room after this.
In the shower.
Yeah, people are in their shower, and the coach comes in, throws bats all over the place, and all the players are gathered in the shower, half in their clothes, half not in their clothes.
Yep.
Except for Crash.
Yeah, who for some reason doesn't need to be there.
Doesn't need to be yelled at.
Yeah.
So,
because didn't they ask Crash his opinion?
Yeah.
So Crash didn't, because it was Crash's idea, Crash didn't need to be there.
Yeah, Crash is kind of like the third coach of the team.
Unofficially.
Yeah. He's like the pitching coach.
Yeah. But he's a player.
Right. Which is straight, like, they have more than one pitcher. Mm-hmm. They have to.
Yeah. But he's the only one we see.
Right. We only ever see Nuke.
Yeah.
But
we do see when he comes out of the game, but we don't see who's playing.
Right. We don't see that there's another pitcher that takes his spot.
Yeah.
So, who knows? Maybe, like, the center fielder comes in and pitches or something.
Yeah,
I don't
who
know.
knows?
Like, the Yankees have done that before. Like, I've seen Wade Boggs pitch in relief in a game, and he was the third baseman, so...
My eyes are going to glaze over.
2 hours later.
I'm just saying.
This reminds me of the times when, for instance, I got to see old Derek Jeter and Andy Pettit and Oneonta playing baseball in this kind of, like, park. The low levels of the minor leagues.
Derek Jeter played up here?
Yeah, so did Andy Pettit, yeah.
I don't know who Andy Pettit is.
The Yankees pitcher.
Current?
No. From the same time as Jeter.
Oh, okay.
Same time frame. They all came up together from the minor leagues.
Oh, okay.
Derek Jeter, Andy Pettitte, Jorge Posada.
Okay.
So, yeah. But either way, they got a road trip coming up. Was it 16 days?
16 days, yes.
16-day road trip. That's a lot when you're talking about staying in shitty hotels.
In a shitty bus.
In a shitty bus.
Yeah.
Like, that's not like flying on a Team 747 to and from the Hilton, you know? Like,
yeah.
This is going to be a long, shitty trip throughout South Carolina in the heat of the summer on a fucking bus, staying in motels.
With people who don't like each other.
Who most likely don't have air conditioners in their rooms. Like, you're probably staying in, like, the Travel Lodge or whatever. But, Annie has a special gift for people who play on their phones.
I got a text from my boss. I'm sorry. I was trying to see if I could respond to it.
Go for it. What is it? All right. So Annie has a gift for Nuke to use on the road trip.
Yes.
Could be a dildo for his ass, but it's not. It's a little even weirder.
It's girders.
Girders.
Yeah. What did I say?
Girders.
Garters. Same.
It's girders. Yeah. She has girders that she wants him to wear under his pants while he pitches.
Yeah.
And the whole road trip, he spends his time questioning whether or not he should wear these things.
Yes.
And never does.
Well, because the mentality behind it is he's thinking with the wrong side of his brain, she says. Now, I'm not sure if that's accurate or not. However, it gives one side of his brain something to focus on, so he's not overthinking on the baseball.
Yeah, the problem is he's overthinking on the am I gay side.
Yes.
So he doesn't ever wear them that road trip.
No, he wears them the first game back, though.
Yep.
Because Annie told him off for not wearing them.
Yep. But, all right. So, then we jump to the bus, and we get Nuke, who is singing Wooly Wooly.
Which is what?
Not a song.
Yeah. And he can't play guitar either.
Oh
for
my
shit.
God.
His
Awful with the guitar. Doesn't know the words to the song.
And he can't sing for shit.
Yeah. And Crash goes, I hate people who get the words wrong.
Yes, and steals the guitar.
He's like, a woman doesn't get woolly. She gets weary. And then Crash tells the team about his longest trip to the show.
Yes, because they were like, why are you so cocky for someone who's never been to the show?
And he's like, I have been to the show. Mm-hmm. The longest time, once I was there for 21 days. Mm-hmm. Greatest 21 days of his life.
Yep.
Now, for those of you out there who don't know what the show is, I've told you what the show is. Mm-hmm. What is the show?
The big leagues.
Big leagues. Major League Baseball. Yep. Tippy top. The 42-man roster for your team. So, Crash has been to the show. I assume catcher got injured. Crash got called up to take a spot. Yep. Most likely is what happened. Or expanded for the playoffs and got called up for the expanded roster. Who knows? One of those two is the most likely scenario.
Right.
Then we get our standard, of course, it's a sports movie, so we got to have a what? We even named our rating system after it.
A montage.
Got to have montage. So we get a road trip montage.
Yes.
Of things not going well.
No. He's still not wearing the garters.
Yep. They're losing. He's pitching good and bad and good and bad. Yep. The only bright spot, as the announcer tells us, the whole season so far has been Crash, who's been hitting home runs.
Yes.
Or dingers.
Yeah, as they call them.
Dingers. Gotta love it. I always love the name Dingers.
Then they make a stop for a night.
Yep. So they can pull into the last city on their road trip.
Yep. And the guys are like, we just need a day off.
Right, because who is pulling into the same hotel as them?
They're ice skaters.
They're hot ice skaters from wherever, who knows? Yeah. And they need a night to spend with the ice skaters.
Yes. And then they need a day to recover so that they can play baseball.
Right. So Crash bets him $100 that he can get them a rain out.
Yes.
And all three of them, Jose, Jimmy, is it?
Yeah.
And Nuke.
Yeah.
Take him up on the bet for $100
Yes.
a piece. So way to go, Crash. You're going to make some money here.
Yeah.
And so they head on over to the stadium.
They're drunk already because they're carrying half-empty six-packs with them.
Yeah, of Old Milwaukee's best.
Yeah.
The gold cans.
Yeah.
I remember those cans from back in the day.
Yeah.
Old Milwaukee's best. The gold and silver can.
Is it piss water?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, well, okay, so probably, but I'm not the one to, right? Because, like, I drink craft beers.
Yes.
Like Omegang.
In my
like
opinion,
hard ciders.
if it's not craft beer, it's piss water.
Right. Yeah, I tend to agree with that.
So
there are a few, like really commercial beers that I can drink that are okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like original Coors,
yeah,
I think is okay. Instead of Coors Light, but like original
Right.
Coors, I think is okay. I'm not too hard on. I'll drink a Miller Lite once in a while. Like that's not awful. That's okay. Still got some taste.
yeah,
But like Coors Light, Bud Light, Budweiser, just they don't do it for me.
no,
I like some hoppiness in my beer. Like it tastes like a beer. So like Sam Adams is probably like Sam Adams, Yingling, Killian's are probably the only like real big commercial beers that I'll drink on a regular basis.
Well, what do you have in the fridge? Blue Moon.
I got a Blue Moon in there. Yeah. Magic Hat number 9 is actually pretty good.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's kind of got like a sweet and fruity
Okay.
taste to it. It's actually really good. But yeah, Blue Moon. So that's I think I got the Belgian White.
Yep.
Blue Moon. So yeah. So there's a few, but most of the time I drink the craft beers, the local stuff.
Yeah.
Just because why not support local people? So, been on the hard cider stuff.
Yes.
Lately, it's summertime. I do a lot of hard cider in the summertime.
Yes.
So I've been drinking the Awestruck, the apples and pears.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Good stuff. Real good stuff. But anyway, Crash. So they all go onto the field. They're all. So I don't know how drunk they really are. I mean, they're actually drunk, but they've each had like 2 beers.
Yeah.
Because they're each carrying their own 6-pack.
Yeah.
And like the one who has the least left is Crash, and he has 3 left.
Yeah.
So they can't be too drunk.
Maybe this is their second 6-pack. Who knows?
That's entirely possible. Or this could be like what they grabbed from the bar after they left
Yeah.
the bar. So who knows?
Yeah.
But
Well, they're all in a taxi,
true.
and they find a hole in the wall.
Hole in the fence, yeah.
Yeah.
Which Crash busts through.
Yep.
And then proceeds to turn on all the sprinklers
Yes.
and leave them on overnight.
Yeah. Not before they went and had a mudslide in the.
Yeah, so they went and they played on the bases
Yeah.
in the mud, which you gotta do.
Yeah.
To a classic baseball song.
Which one?
Put Me in, Coach.
Okay.
I'm ready to play
All right.
today. A staple in basically every baseball movie we've done.
Okay.
Put Me in, Coach. Great song.
Yes, it was in the.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep. So they get their rain out because the stadium's a muddy mess the next morning.
So they're gone an extra day.
Yep. And Nuke has a dream on the bus. Do you remember Nuke's dream?
Yes, I do remember Nuke's
All right.
dream.
So go ahead and explain to us Nuke's dream.
So the dream is like it's a close up of his face. He's sweating, and it's like shoulder high and up.
And you immediately know what the dream is because you can tell he's showing too
my
much
first
shoulder.
My first thought is, where the hell is his shirt?
Right.
And then I realized this must be one of those naked dreams.
Yep.
Because he's sweating, he's looking around terrified, people are pointing and laughing in the stage, they're laughing in the dugout.
Yeah.
So then the camera zooms back and it's him and his whitey tighties and the garter and nothing else.
Not his whitey tighties. It is jockstrap.
Yes, jockstrap.
And the garter.
And that's it, yes.
And that's it.
Yeah.
So, of course, he still can't wear the garter.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is the classic naked in front of the class, except for him, it's not being naked that's embarrassing. It's wearing this garter
Yeah.
that's embarrassing.
Yes.
And so he wakes up breathlessly on the bus on the way home.
And Crash says he has the naked dream a lot, too.
Yep, he gets that dream all the time.
Yep.
As, you know, I've never actually had that dream.
You've never had the naked dream?
Never.
I did.
Never in my life.
And it wasn't even in high school. It was in middle school.
Never had that dream in my entire life.
Yep. I had a dream that, like, I was wearing a dress, but for some reason I thought it was like a hoodie. And I was really hot, so I took the dress off thinking it was my hoodie, and then I was standing there in my underwear.
Okay. Yep. Nope. Never had it. Nope.
You're just too secure for your own good.
I guess. I don't know.
Because usually people who get the naked dreams are insecure about something.
Yeah. True. I mean, that's what it is, right? So
yeah.
It's subconscious insecurity,
Yeah.
supposedly. Mm-hmm. I don't put much faith in dreams.
You also don't remember your dreams a lot.
But I occasionally have dreams that I remember.
Right, so...
And they're very vivid. The ones I do remember are very vivid.
Right, so if you've had the naked dream, you don't remember it.
Right. But I remember dreams that I've had. So.
Right.
But falling dreams I used to get.
I
Those ones where
dream
you're falling and you
all
hit the
time.
bed when you wake up.
Yep. I dream all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't get dreams a whole heck of a lot, really, these days anymore. I used to.
Look at you.
Who knows? I think it's because I don't go back to sleep, right? I wake up and then I stay awake. Most of my dreams always came when I would wake up and then go back to sleep.
Right, and you sleep straight through
and
the
then
night.
like that last hour.
Mm-hmm.
So but now I don't. I just sleep straight through, and then the cats wake me up, and it's time to get up, and then I've got to spend 2 hours waking you up. So I don't get to go wake up and then go back to sleep.
Yeah.
So I don't have dreams. Those are the ones I used to remember. But anyway, so we're back home.
Yep.
And let's see.
They have a game that night.
Well, first, yeah. So first, Annie takes Nuke home.
Yes.
And does some pitching practice with him and Millie. Millie's the catcher.
Yes.
And Nuke is afraid to hurt Millie by throwing it hard.
Yes.
And then throws one through her window because he still can't pitch.
Yeah. They said something about breathing through your eyeballs.
Your eyelids.
Your eyelids.
And Fernando Valenzuela, who's an Incan or a Maya or whatever, used to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fernando Valenzuela was a great pitcher.
Yeah.
Back in the 80s and 90s. Fantastic pitcher.
Was he Incan or Mayan?
I don't know, but yes, I think his ancestry could be traced back to that.
Okay.
Yes. So she convinces him to try out the garter the next game, which is a home game.
Yep. And refuses to have sex with him as well.
Yes. Until he starts wearing his garter and gets things squared away.
Yes.
So he tries out the garter.
We forgot to mention one thing that happens when they get home. Millie and...
That's coming up next.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, because there's another road trip in there before that.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
So, so he agrees to try out the garter. The first part of the game we see is Crash hitting another home run.
Yep.
So good on Crash. That puts him, he's just a few off of the all-time minor league record of home runs, which he considers the worst record in the history of baseball. Like, why would you want that? That's like a pile of garbage record to have. Mm-hmm. Which, you know, it's like you're good enough to be like the best player in the minor leagues, but not to have had your career extend to the major leagues for a long time.
Right.
Which I understand his point.
Yes.
I can see why that'd be a little bit tough.
Yep.
So, Nuke has... Apparently the garter is helping because Nuke is actually pitching very well.
Yes.
Putting the ball where he wants it, throwing strikes.
Yep.
So this prompts Crash to tell him to throw the next one at the mascot.
Yes.
Who stands kind of like off
to the
from
right
home plate by the on-deck circle.
Yeah.
So Nuke's like, what? Like, why would I do that? I'm pitching really good. And Crash just tells him, just do it. Trust me. Mm-hmm. So he throws one and boom, smashes the mascot in the face.
Yes.
Which is hilarious. And then so what Crash wants to do now is basically keep the batter scared by telling him, look, I don't know where it's going to go. Like, you've seen him. He's been throwing great. All of a sudden, he just rifles one 20 feet off to the right into the mascot. So I don't know where it's coming. Might be at your head. Yeah. I can't tell.
Don't dig in is what he says.
Yep. Problem is, Nuke shakes him off. Mm-hmm. Here we go. So Crash doesn't bother going out to talk to Nuke. It's like, all right, fine. You want to throw the curveball? Throw the curveball. So he just tells the batter, here comes the curveball.
Yep.
And then pitch comes. What happens?
He swings and hits.
Over the ball.
Yep.
Over the street. Onto the roof of the building across the street.
Yes.
That's a shot.
Yeah.
That's a big shot. So then Crash grabs the ball from the umpire and walks out to the pitcher's mound. And Nuke says...
You told him. And he's like, yep.
Yep, I did. Nuke gets it. And then we jump into a montage of the team winning.
Yes.
All sorts of games on the homestand. They eventually end up tied for first place in their division.
Yep. At this point, is this the point where Nuke has said...
He's celibate.
He's not having sex again till he loses.
Yeah, he's refocusing all of his sexual energy into his pitching.
That's what she told him to do, though.
And now he's going to continue to do it.
And now it's affecting her personal life.
Yes. So now it's time for a road trip. Mm-hmm. And this is where we get more life lessons with Crash.
Yes.
And that is how to answer interview questions.
Yes.
Because Nuke's interview answers are like totally tubular and stuff, dude. Like what most
yeah,
and what
like
not,
he's a wannabe surfer. And...
Yeah, because he's a douchey teenager.
Yeah.
So we don't even know what happens on the road trip. All we get is the interview answers.
Yeah.
Which, okay, fine, whatever.
Our generic as ever.
Yeah. We get home, and Millie and church boy Jimmy have gotten engaged.
Yes.
So good on them.
Yeah.
After like 5 minutes in the car together.
5 hours is what.
Oh,
Millie
5
says.
hours. Okay. So you figure that she spent those 5 hours doing what?
Confessing.
That's not what you said.
He's been confessing.
Yeah. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
Well, she gave him the keys, so...
And Roadhead.
Yes.
Yeah, most likely.
Yes.
We also have Annie, who really, really wants some right now.
Yes.
She goes about... The scene with her and Nuke in the garters is hilarious.
Yes.
With him not being able to figure out clasps.
Yes, so he's eating in her kitchen. She's feeding him, and she's trying to do anything she can to seduce him.
Yes.
Like, she leans far over, and her shirt's hanging open in his face.
Yep.
And then she just puts her leg, literally, right... She's wearing a skirt.
Yep. A long skirt.
Yeah. Ish.
It's down past her knees.
Puts her leg up on the table and lifts her skirt up and says, here, practice on the...
Basically sticks her vagina on his bowl.
Yep. Yep. Just trying to get him to touch her.
Yep. And then Nuke flips out and says, no, I won't let you do it. Crash told me that I can't start sleeping with you or I will end my winning streak. To which Annie freaks out.
Yes.
Of course. So then she
goes over to his
right
house.
Over to Crash's place.
Yeah.
And to have a conversation with him.
Mm-hmm.
Where she yells at him for telling Nuke not to bang her. Mm-hmm. He's like, I didn't tell him that. I told him when you're on a streak, you don't change anything. Mm-hmm. He's like, if you're a pitcher or a player and you think that you're winning because you're not having sex or because you're wearing the same set of socks or whatever it is, then you are. Because in your mind, that's what's making it happen. Mm-hmm. And he's like, you know that. And so she's like foiled by my own fucking logic. God damn it. So
she goes, I want you.
Yep. But she can't have him.
Can't have him.
Can't have him.
She's monogamous.
So he tells her to respect the streak.
Yes.
And so she does.
Yep.
Which is too bad. I think that they should get together. But they don't.
Nope.
So we get game time.
Yes.
This is the last game.
Yep.
We're going to get. And Nuke isn't pitching well.
No.
He's got several things going on in his head, right? He wants to sleep with Annie, but he can't.
Now, is this the game after Millie's wedding?
Well, so we start off the game with Jimmy and Millie getting married.
Yes.
And then Nuke's dad is also there.
Yeah, recording.
Yeah, watching him play.
So that's screwing with his head.
Yep. Also, Jose, his glove has been cursed by his girlfriend.
Yes.
So I wonder what he did. Did he sleep with Millie?
I don't think so.
He did something.
He did something because his girlfriend cursed his glove. And everyone else is trying to figure out.
Right, he says he needs a live chicken.
Yeah.
They wonder maybe can we get like a bucket of KFC? Would that be okay? Would that help? So they got this big thing going on in the mound where they're all confessing the issues that they're having to Crash because he doesn't have any problems. But Nuke's dad's here, plus he's breathing out of the wrong eyelid.
Yes.
They're trying to figure out what to get Jimmy and Millie for their wedding.
Yep.
They're trying to figure out how to get Jose's glove not cursed anymore.
Yeah.
And so Coach Larry comes out.
Yeah. He's like, what the hell's going on here, guys?
And Crash tells him, look, we're dealing with some shit.
Yeah.
We got a lot of shit going on. So he just like rattles off this list of things like blah, blah, blah. And, candlestick holders are always a nice choice, blah, blah, blah. Maybe a what did he say? A set of china or whatever, and...
It's like, okay, we got that settled. Okay, let's play.
It reminds me very much of the right before the final game in Little Big League.
The math problem.
With the math problem. Yeah. We're like, now the hard stuff's taken care of. Let's go play some baseball.
Yeah.
That's what that whole situation reminds me of.
Yep.
But doesn't matter. Crash gets called out and then flips his shit and calls the umpire a cocksucker several times.
Yes.
And while they're doing this, while Crash is getting thrown out, Millie is getting her wedding dress sewn by
Okay, so they're not married yet.
No, this is where they announced they're getting married.
Yes.
Yes, they're getting married.
Okay.
But they lose 3-2.
Yeah.
After Crash gets tossed out.
Yeah.
Like Jose made like 37 errors with his cursed glove and all sorts of nonsense.
Yep.
So Nuke goes over to Annie's house because the streak's over.
Yep.
But,
with his dad.
Yeah, but he brings his dad. Yeah. Okay, so this is okay.
To meet his girlfriend.
No. Right, but then he wants to like leave his dad on the front porch
while he bangs her.
While he bangs Annie. Okay, now look.
Not smart.
I may not have grown up with a dad. Mm-hmm. This still seems a little weird to me.
Yes.
That would be an option.
Yeah, that's not an option.
I don't think so. Like,
I'm just thinking back to my own history, and I tried that once. With my mom in the car outside.
Oh, dear Lord.
Didn't happen, though.
Oh, dear Lord. Okay, so maybe it's more common than I thought. Anyway. Anyway, so he brings his dad inside and introduces him to his good church girl, Annie.
Yes.
And his dad is so happy that he found a good Christian woman to spend his time with.
And then Dad looks at all the crazy shit she's got on the walls.
All the crazy shit hanging on the walls.
Yep.
Oopsies. But while he's there, he gets a phone call.
Yes.
Because everybody knows, of course, he's with Annie. So, of course, he's going to go to Annie's house after the game. So the coach calls him there. Yep. Lets him know what?
He's made it to the show.
Being called up to the show.
Yes.
Now, here's the problem. You don't get called up from this league to the show.
Right.
Very, very rarely.
Right.
From this league, you go to like higher single A, double A, maybe triple A. You don't go straight to the show.
Right.
You go from maybe double A and triple A to the show. Right. So I'm calling bullshit on that.
Right.
Just because that's not how baseball works.
Right.
But whatever. Anyway, he's going to the show.
Yeah.
He's super excited, but then Annie tells him,
you know, that means I can't
fuck you no more.
Yeah.
Because now you're not a minor leaguer, now you're a major leaguer. I got nothing left to teach you. You're on your own.
Yeah.
So
he actually takes that pretty well.
He does, which is surprising, I think.
Yes.
But he wants to head out and find Crash and tell him all about it.
Yep.
So he finds Crash at a pool hall.
Yes.
I love pool halls.
I
Personally.
do too, actually.
I love pool halls.
I miss going to the pool halls.
If
I used
I had
to
the
go all the
money-
time when I worked on the Huron campus.
Okay.
I used to go to the pool, Guys and Dolls down there.
Okay, yeah. We put solar hot water on their roof.
Oh, did you?
Yep. But if I had the money, I would just open a pool hall. Somewhere here, downtown. Open a pool hall. Plenty of buildings available to do it in.
Yeah, exactly.
And I would open a pool hall, and it'd be amazing.
With a bar.
Non-alcohol bar. I want teenagers to be able to come.
Okay.
More money.
Yeah.
So, coffee bar, juice bar, that sort of thing. Yep. And then it had to be alcohol, because then it requires, like, liquor licenses and shit
you get
like that.
you get like the stuff for like the bowling alley food.
Yeah, you get the diner stuff, and yeah, absolutely. That I would serve there, absolutely.
Yeah.
Anyway, they get into a fight because Crash is pissed.
Mm-hmm.
Because this douchey kid gets to go to the show, and he's basically done.
Yeah.
And he says the reason he's pissed is because Nuke doesn't respect himself. He said, I got brains, and you got talent.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, when you were born, the gods reached down and turned your arm into
a thunderbolt.
Yeah, into a thunderbolt. Yep. Which we'll see another movie where this kind of plays into it when we watch The Natural.
Okay.
With Robert Redford.
Okay.
This whole thunderbolt idea. But yeah, essentially Zeus comes down and turns his arm into his thunderbolt. And so, which, I mean, I'm sorry, but 95 ain't that fast.
No.
Like, that's on the slow end of a starting pitcher these days.
Yeah.
These days, triple digits, it's where it's at.
Yeah.
But anyway, then we get more life lessons with Crash as Nuke punches him, but remembers to punch him with his
left hand, not his right.
Left hand. You never punch a drunk with your pitching hand.
Yes.
You might break a bone.
Mm-hmm.
So, smart Nuke.
Yeah.
The next morning, he heads off to the show.
Yes.
And we get Jimmy and Millie get married at home plate.
Yep.
Right before the game. Crash gets let go.
Yes.
Because his whole job was to get Nuke ready for the bigs.
Yeah.
And now he's done that, so...
He's no longer needed.
Yep, no longer needed. Coach tells him that there's possibly an opening next season for a coach in Visalia.
Yeah.
Which, so they're in South Carolina currently.
Yep.
Visalia is quite a ways away.
Is it?
You know where Visalia is?
No.
Visalia is in California.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, so it's no longer the Carolina Leagues.
Right. But for the same major league team.
Right.
Same organization, just in a different state. So Crash is like, well, fuckity fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Then we get like a 9-hour sex scene with Crash and Annie.
Yes.
There's some boobies.
Mm-hmm.
It's long, it's drawn out. You had forgotten that you'd seen it.
I had forgotten I'd seen it, yes.
Because you're like, did I miss this part of the movie the last time we watched it?
Yeah.
And I was like, no, you saw it.
Yep.
But yeah, it's long.
I have no recollection. I don't know why, because I've seen this movie like 3 or 4 times.
I have no recollection of this place.
From like this scene on, it's like I'd never seen it before. I have no idea what the hell happened, but
anyway, my favorite part of it is when they put out the candles next to the bathtub with the water from the bathtub.
Yeah, all you have to do is push the water.
Splash, yep.
Yeah.
Splish splash. They was taking a bath.
Yep.
The next morning, Crash leaves a dear Susan letter.
Mm-hmm.
A Dear Annie letter.
With an apple and takes off.
Takes off. He's going to go find another team to play for to finish out the season. Yeah. We hear through Annie that he sets the minor league home run record.
But nobody cares.
Nobody cares. The sporting news, which you asked me what the sporting news was, and it was back then it was the newspaper that covered sports. It was the sporting news. So everybody who was into sports read the sporting news. It was pre-ESPN days.
Didn't cover it.
The next thing we see is Annie is walking home and crashes on her porch.
Yep.
And he tells her, yeah, I hit that last home run and quit. Decided to come home. But there might be a job open for him coaching next year in Visalia.
Yeah.
But until then, he has plenty of time and he wants to hear all her crazy quantum mechanic theories about love and life and baseball.
Yep.
And that's where we leave it off.
And that's the end of it. Yep.
That's the end of the movie. I like this movie.
Yeah, it's a cute little movie.
I think it's fun. I mean, obviously, it's not action-packed. It's a baseball movie. Baseball is not action-packed, so...
Right.
I enjoy it.
It was good.
Is it as good as Field of Dreams? I don't think so. Is it as good as For Love of the Game? Maybe. I don't think so. Is it as good as some of the other baseball movies we've seen? No. Is it as funny as Major League? No. But it's still a good baseball movie. Yeah. It's still one of my favorites. We'll see funnier baseball movies when we get to Major League.
Right.
I think we'll see better baseball movies when we get to For Love of the Game and Field of Dreams. But for what it's worth, it's a Ron Shelton movie. It's Kevin Costner, Susan Sarandon. I'm a fan. Next week, we'll be taking a look at the next movie in the Kevin Costner trilogy.
Field of Dreams?
Field of Dreams. If you build it, he will come.
I thought it was they.
It says both, but it's if you build it, he will come, because who comes? His dad. If you build it, he will come. Is this heaven? No.
It's Iowa.
It's Iowa. So we'll catch you guys next week in Field of Dreams, which will be super exciting and awesome.
Yeah.
I do love that movie. Again, also, because why not? Timothy Busfield will be returning to the show along with Kevin Costner. And, what's his name? Darth Vader. James Earl Jones.
Okay.
Who last appeared on the show in The Sandlot.
Yes.
We'll be back for Field of Dreams. So until we get to that one, don't forget to take a look at the website, sportsmoviepod.com. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, you can reach out to us on Twitter @sportsmoviepod. And until we talk to you guys again next time, goodbye.
Bye.